Match number 2 on this beautiful sunshiny Monday afternoon is about to get on the way. The Saffron Strikers and the Bayleaf Blasters, both of them locked in battle this afternoon, searching for a place in the finals to meet Andre Fletcher and the Nutmeg Warriors. Kerry is down in the middle. Let's go get the toss. Let's get to the action.
It is toss time. In this match, number 28, it is an important one as the stakes are very big. The winner of this match advances to the grand final tomorrow afternoon right here at the National Cricket Stadium. The loser, they end the season today. The question is, who will advance to the grand final? We will find this momentarily, but first we will have the toss. We have the match referee, Norman Gilbert, our two captains, Devon Smith and Daryl Cyrus. It is Bayleaf Blasters, Saffron Strikers encounter. Blasters captain will toss. The call is for a head, and it is settling on ahead. Saffron Strikers have won the toss. Daryl, you guys would have had an up and down season. 3 games on the trot victory, so you must be feeling good with your team's performance in the back end of the season so far.
Yeah, of course. We had a rough couple of games in the beginning, but at the end we was winning, so that is when it's important. Today's an important victory for us. So yeah.
You want winning the toss. What do you think would be the decision of your Saffron Strikers?
We're gonna have a bowl first.
You'd have seen the wicket. This second wicket we've been playing on has been coming good in the last few days in terms of scoring, and I'm sure you want your bowlers to get it right in that first half of the match.
Yeah, definitely. I spoke to my bowlers, and we try to restrict the Bayleaf Blasters for anything under 80, and our batsmen will try to chase that comfortably for a result today.
Quite a comfortable victory yesterday against the Clove Challengers. I'm sure the confidence must be high in the camp at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Confidence goes a long way, so it's just a matter of going out there and get a result today to play in the finals tomorrow.
Coming up against the defending champions, Bayleaf Blasters, I'm sure you're relishing that matchup.
Yeah, definitely. We fall short twice to them in tournament already, so now is the right time. So I think that if we win this game today, it would be a great thing for us.
All right, Daryl Cyrus, all the best to you and your Strikers for this encounter.
All right, thanks.
Therefore, you're already 2-2 against the Saffron Strikers, meeting them for the 3rd time in the tournament. I'm sure you want to have a perfect record 3-0 against them.
Yeah, regardless of what we do today, try our best to win because it's a must-win game for us. So whatever we do today, we have to ensure that we win.
A difficult matchup for you guys yesterday with the ball conceding the most runs in the tournament. I'm sure you'd have had some words with your bowlers so they can get it right in this match.
Yeah, I think our feeling let us down. We dropped so much catches, so that's why they scored so much runs. But having said that, if we take the catches, we'll be a different ball game.
Your team has taken the long way to the finals last season, similar route to it. I'm sure you'd be quite familiar with this. And is that being used as a common influence on the guys?
Not really. We would have liked to win yesterday, but unfortunately we didn't. So we have an opportunity again, to go there and prove ourselves. That we could reach in the final. But it's a game of cricket. It's hopefully based on the day.
All right. Well, Devon, you guys are certainly entertainers, and we're looking forward to another entertaining match in this encounter.
Thanks very much.
All right. So that is it. The toss has been held. Saffron Strikers winning an important toss. That is it from the center.
Well, there you heard it. The news from the middle is that the Saffron Strikers won the toss, and the Bayleaf Blasters will go out to have a bat first. So Devon Smith and the Bayleaf Blasters, the defending champions in this T10 tournament, will have a bat first. The Saffron Strikers really clearly the favorites based on momentum going into this tournament, going into this game. They're on a head-on collision course, and they will get to the Andre Fletcher Nutmeg Warriors in tomorrow's finals. Clyde?
Yeah, well, you predicted the Saffron Strikers. The game has to be played first, and then we can call it. But for now, they will be coming in as, again, the team to beat. I think they won their last few games heading into the business end, and that would have boosted their confidence. So they would be riding high.
All right, so the Saffron Strikers are heading out, and the opening pair for the Bayleaf Blasters will follow. The Bayleaf Blasters, of course, will open with Heron Campbell and Wavell Benjamin. The opening pair for the Bayleaf Blasters, and the Saffron Strikers really looking to continue their winning ways and head straight to the finals, where the Nutmeg Warriors are awaiting the winner of this encounter. It's going to be a thriller. It's going to be some really exciting cricket. There's a whole lot to play for here, and no doubt we can look forward to some really memorable moments. A lot will be in the highlights from this one.
Yeah, definitely. It's a really keen contest. I think the explosiveness of the teams, the way that they execute will be important. Definitely, you look at some key players in Campbell. You look at Smith, Dennis Smith, Devon Smith. Bayleaf Blasters will depend a lot on them. The Saffron Strikers, you look at Ryan John, Darrell Cyrus, the likes of Gian Benjamin, Rayshon Williams, or Rayshon Williams. You look at them and you see that once these key players get off, we will have a very interesting game.
All right, well, they're going to be starting with a spin bowling attack in Kim Jones from the River Road end. And the Saffron Strikers really will continue with their opening spin attack. And we've seen them operate with 4 spin bowlers at the top of their bowling innings, and it has worked in their favor. So Kem Charles will start from the River Road end, and Wavell Benjamin is the batsman on strike. Immediately, Wavell Benjamin drives square on the offside. 1 run. They've started with a 4 pace attack, spin attack, sorry, these Saffron Strikers. And then they've still got Ryan John, who can really run in and get some good lateral movement off the turf. He's a really good medium pacer, plays for the Windward Islands as well. So they've got him there who can turn on the heat even after over number 4. Again, he's a spot on, really. Kem Charles.
Yeah, I like the move from Cyrus having an attacking option in John in slip, because Kem goes across the right-handers.
He's gone straight down the ground. This will clear the 2 fielders there, and it will just drop inside the boundary. Or maybe it has crossed over. Yes, it has traveled all the way. And a power 8 maximum. So a clean strike over the bowler's head by Heron Campbell. And he has belted Kem Charles for 6. And the Bayleaf Blasters are 7 without loss.
Good powerful strike there. A good way to start by Campbell. A lot depends on him if they're going to really get up to a total that is beyond the reach of the Saffron Strikers.
This time again, he's pulled it through the onside for another boundary. A cracking 4 straight out to mid-on. That's a beautiful shot. He dragged it from outside the off stump and got a whole lot of middle onto it. And it traveled like a rocket straight over the boundary.
Yeah, again, bowler just erring there in terms of his length. A little too short. Giving Campbell enough time to rock back. But again, he had to place it and place it well. And that he did. Though it was wide, he got good connection. And really the results in his favor.
It's really just picking out the spaces and the scoring with ease. This Heron Campbell. He's moved on to 11 in quick time already, facing 4 deliveries. Anxious moments there. And that's the end of the over. So at the end of 1, the Bayleaf Blasters are 12 without loss.
Yeah, good start there for the Bayleaf Blasters. I think they need to really get off in the power play, and that would really set the tone for the likes of Dennis Smith, Devon Smith coming in after. You know, they can hit it, they're pretty quick between the wickets. They can rotate. Shaba Noel can strike it. So again, the platform must be set. Cyrus will want to ensure that, you know, they pick up early wickets. That would be key. So their bowling plans have to really be on point out here.
All right, well, Delaney Alexander, another spin bowler, will operate from the Darbo end. He's been called into the attack. He's heading to Campbell, is on 11. Campbell is missing just about everything. Everything. Trying maybe to do a little too much with it. There are some runs there between the cover and mid-off. It's a free space right there. Some free open spaces there on the offside, so maybe just a a well-guided push through the offside could yield some runs. Nice sharp single on the infield.
Yeah, again, Campbell, you know, looking set. He looks intent on staying out there, making sure that they rotate the striker. Already had a dot ball in the over, or 2 dot balls rather, and so he will want to make sure that he gets off the strike as often as possible.
He's has latched on to this one, and it will go all the way over the boundary out to mid-wicket. Mid-wicket, who was a little bit wide, really had no chance of it, and it travels for a power 8 maximum. So the second power 8 maximum of the day for these Bayleaf Blasters, and so far seems as though they've picked up rhythm.
Yeah, that one really coming out of the hand of Alexander, not really coming out well, and deservedly so for Benjamin. He put it away well.
This time he's going low down, just the one. Ryan John is out there in the deep at mid-on. He's deep on the mid-on boundary.
Yeah, good comeback delivery by Alexander. It's always important that, you know, after you have a bad one, you can always just go back to what works for you.
More singles being collected on the offside. What's interesting is that these Saffron strikers, they have opted to do just about the same thing they did yesterday and the day before. Just 2 men out on the boundary during the restrictions, and those 2 are not really far from each other. There's a man at a mid-wicket who's kind of wide, but still back on the boundary, and then a mid-on who is right back on the boundary as well. So they've protected the boundaries from mid-wicket right back to mid-on, but there's lots of space once you beat the infield anywhere else around.
Yeah, asking the batsmen to hit in front of the wicket. If they want to clear anywhere, they must try to clear these 2 men out in front. Definitely, they will look to get the ball a bit away from the batsmen, ask them to really go after the wide ones, and these are missed hits and missed edges, and these edges could bring results.
New bowler brought into the attack. That's the captain, Darryl Cyrus. He has inserted himself into the attack. He's been very threatening, this Darryl Cyrus. He's a right-arm leg break bowler, and really does push it through from time to time. Wavell Benjamin is on 8 and Heron Campbell is on 14 for the Bayleaf Blasters. They're 22 without loss. This is over number 3. He's played, the call is 2, and a whole lot of really difficult work down there, but all to no avail, and firmly struck by Wavell Benjamin. The 2 fielders out in the deep again, one a wideish mid-wicket and a deep mid-on, and really dissecting both of them with precision. A powerful strike from Wavell Benjamin.
Yeah, good placement. Benjamin hitting that one really nicely, got good connection. Cyrus just erring there in terms of his length. I think it wasn't up enough that for the Yorker, but was just a little off piece, although it was heading into him.
Danger averted, nothing to worry about.
Keep going, Scotty.
This time again, he's going in the same direction. Mid-wicket does a whole lot of work and a whole lot of tiding. Those 2 will have a lot of work to do, especially with the ball being always dragged down there. They understand how these 2 batters really go at it, so they're protecting that portion of the boundary. They would do well now to probably just open the chest and play square of the wicket on the offside.
Just one body. Just one body. Right body.
So, Jamie Body doing some serious work outside there.
Yeah, good hustle there by the batsmen. They are running the first one hard. You know, in this game, it's really fast paced. If he bubbled that ball there, definitely they would have crossed for 2.
Caller's catch, he's not going to get there for sure. But those 2 men out there in the deep on the onside, they've worked for their keep so far. And that brings up the end of the over from Daryl Cyrus. The captain, his first over going for 8. And the Bayleaf Blasters trying to post a total of some respectability on the board. They're 29 without loss at the end of 3.
Yeah, good going there by the Bayleaf Blasters. 9.67 and over. You will want a bit more, but definitely with one more over to go, they are well poised to maybe, push on. If they can maximize this over, let's put it 15 runs out of that over. That sets them really nice coming out of the power play, and then they could look to build from there.
Delaney Alexander will continue bowling his second of 2 overs from the Darbo end. Again, they can really send everyone else home and just use those 2 fielders out in the deep.
And that says a lot for the bowlers. It means that the bowlers are really sticking to the plans.
They've really worked for their keep, these 2 out in the deep. Delaney Alexander. Weaver Benjamin is there on 15. Campbell is on 16. Well, he's gotten him to call his catch. There's a man who's trying to settle under it, and he just doesn't have a chance, really. A good attempt, but he was always going to go for 6. And straight down the throat of the man who was wide mid-wicket. And a good strike by Wavell Benjamin. A power 8 maximum.
Yeah, good strike. Looking to clear the boundary. Last over of the power play, you want to maximize. Not losing a wicket means that your team is in a relatively good position. And so you can't chance the arm and look to clear the boundaries.
Again, just taking his eyes off of it. Weaver Benjamin, eyes lighting up there. That one sat up and was asking to be punished. This time he gets hold of it, it will go all the way. Another power 8 maximum. Well, they're leaking here for sure. Somebody's got to do something and plug some holes, because the Bayleaf Blasters clearly have made their intentions known. They're 43 without loss, and with just 1 delivery remaining in the power play, they're in a really strong position coming out of this one so far.
Yeah, good start there by the Bayleaf Blasters. Again, this game of uncertainties, you never really know what to expect, but good striking by Benjamin.
It's gone the aerial route. 3 converging on it. Is there? Yes, it's taken. So the last delivery inside the power play, a wicket goes down, and Wavell Benjamin perishes. He's caught by Anil Matthew. Anil Matthew just running back from point and coming a little bit squarer and picking up the catch. Really good. Sat under it, really comfortable, settled himself, and he was given all the room in the world by his teammates. And the jubilation shows that he picked up the wicket. And the Bayleaf Blasters at the end of the power play, at the end of 4, they're 43 for 1.
Yeah, big breakthrough there for the Saffron Strikers. They really wanted that wicket to fall, and it's good for them. Again, good cameo from Wavell Benjamin, some 27 from just about 13 deliveries. You know, really is what they needed at the top there, just to be able to get off really well. 10 runs and over from here. Definitely they have over 100. They would want much more than that.
Yeah.
Oh, Dennis Smith comes to the wicket. He really wanted to cash in yesterday, but was so unfortunate he didn't have the opportunity to do that. But he's been in some good form. He's been striking the ball pretty well, but lapse in judgment ever so often sees him going down and perishing. And today is the day when he would really want to bring his best game so far in the tournament, because the Bayleaf Blasters will need him to carry them through, or to assist in carrying them through. That's young Dennis Smith, the wicket keeper.
That's all right.
Call is run out. And right there again, a bullet of a return from Ryan John. Good tidy work there from G and Benjamin.
Yeah, Dennis Smith really had to hustle to get down to that end. Any hesitation there could have spelled his demise, but again, committing to the run and really coming through really well. Good result for them.
Ryshawn Williams continues from the River Road end. He's in his first over. Again, just one.
Keep going with it. Keep working, man. Keep working, fellas. Come on, boys. Let's work, fellas. Backing you with it.
So we've seen the 4 spinners in business early, and we're inside the 5th over. So going down a leg. So these Saffron strikers with their 4 spin attack. They've got the 4 spinners of Kim Charles, Delaney Alexander, Darrell Cyrus the captain, and Ryshawn Williams.
Just one. Come, Blade. Come hard, Blade. Back up.
Again, Williams bowling a really nice tight line. I'm not really giving the batsman much chance to free the arms. Wicket seem to be taking the spin of Williams well.
Catch it, just one. In and out.
Very vociferous. G and Benjamin, he's the shortest man on the field, but his voice is like a tower. Good afternoon to our friends in Dominica. He's from the island of Dominica, the nature island of Dominica, G and Benjamin. So over again, across to the offside, and the call is 1. Well, that's the end of the over from Ryshawn Williams. He has costed the Saffron Strikers 5 runs. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, again, good going there by the Saffron Strikers, just looking to strangle the Bayleaf Blasters a bit. The Bayleaf Blasters now set, they have what we would determine a launch pad where they can really, bring up a good score, maybe at least a 130, 140. But these two will have to come off, maybe plan strategically as to how they can get maybe just another 20 runs between them, and then, look to go for great guns.
Well, Darrell Cyrus has changed ends. He is now going to be bowling from the Darbo end, or the commentary booth end. His first over from the River Road end yielded 8 runs. He will look to do better than that and maybe pick up a wicket. Again, he is always very threatening to the bowler, to the batsman, even the batsman at the non-strikers end. Here on Campbell, having to be very watchful there. Don't want to venture out too far. This time he's gone with him. Dennis Smith has picked him up. Dennis Smith has picked him up and dispatched him over a square leg for 6. That's a beautiful strike.
Yeah, really bad delivery there by Cyrus. Full toss going to the leg side. All he had to do was help it along, and help it he did over the ropes for 6. So Smith, really capitalizing on a bad ball. Cyrus has to really try to ensure that he builds pressure.
Big man thing, Empire. Bang at it.
Again, he's going up through the offside, just the one. No need, but now they get the second. So they've been putting the feelers on the pressure. Now an easy third, really totally unnecessary. And they really need to dry up the flow of these runs here because the extras are really going to hurt them. These extra runs are really going to hurt them as they go deeper into the innings.
Yeah, again, sloppy work there. Cyrus needed to cover that ball and really make sure that the throw wasn't up to what he wanted, but he needed to cover the ball.
Picking up the singles. So they will be contented to picking up the singles and just dispatching the loose ones. They've got a good launching pad to start, 59 for 1, and we're halfway through the sixth over.
Keep going, Kenny.
Call his catch and just missing it. Ryan John really coming in forcefully and putting everything behind it, and the ball just dropping in front of him. He got an A for effort, Ryan John, but really didn't get down. The ball was always dipping on him.
Yeah, I think he misjudged that one slightly. At one time, it seemed like it was coming, so he held back, but having to dive forward, put in the dive, really couldn't hold it. A bad miss there. You will want to make sure that you get Dennis Smith out as early as possible. Let's see how that works for them or against them.
Again, he is struck. So Daryl Cyrus has struck, and he's picked up the wicket of Dennis Smith. So Dennis Smith not being able to push on as he would have wanted, and I'm quite sure as the Bayleaf Blasters would have wanted. Dennis Smith goes, he's bowled by Daryl Cyrus for 14. So the Bayleaf Blasters losing their second wicket in Dennis Smith, the wicket-keeper batsman, for 14.
Again, it's wise choice of delivery by Cyrus. Having gone for quite a few, I think it was brave that he was able to, really just put the slider in and not really, because Smith playing for a bit of turn, not getting any, that one just going on with the arm. And so you see him get belted for 6, but when he touches down in good areas, he does a lot with the ball and has the confidence to do that.
Well, that brought up the end of his second of 2 overs. He's gone for 20, picking up just the 1 wicket. Delaney Alexander went for 23 off his 2. Kem Charles, he has bowled us just 1, so he still has an over remaining, but he's gone for 12 so far. Ryshawn Williams is probably the most economical so far, going for 5 off his 1 over.
How you start, man? How you finish? Let me work, fellas. Let me work hard for 4. Let me work hard for 4,
Let's see
fellas.
what Ryshawn will do now. He has the ball in his hand.
So again, a lot would rest on the pair outside there.
Just one, just one.
Gian Benjamin really is like a toothpick in the ear of the batsman.
Yeah,
Or Q-tip.
Go with it, keep going with it.
More of a Q-tip in the ear of the batsman.
he's really, jeering his team on, wanting to make sure that everybody is alert, everybody, stays focused, and you need that, especially when the format is so short and the chances of making mistakes are there.
Keep going with it. Yeah.
It's wide.
Stop. stuff, Willie. Good stuff, Willie.
Surely he's going to be penalized, Raishon Williams. That was excessive. He got away with one. The previous delivery, it was just bordering on wide, and he pushed the envelope.
Well ball. Well ball. Well ball, Willie. Keep going, Willie. Keep going, Willie.
Yeah, I think there's a clear plan here by Williams and Benjamin and the Saffron strikers to have Devon Smith maybe chase a wide one. You see the three men just between the point. You have a goalie and maybe a wide third man.
Oh yes, Willie. Well ball, Willie. Well ball, well ball. Keep going, Willie. Keep going, Willie. Come on, Willie. Ball.
Devon Smith not really impressed there. Thought that one was very
Focus on
wide.
you, Willie. Let's keep balling it, Willie.
It's very watchful, Devon Smith. He saw the demise of Dennis already.
Come on, just ball it.
Dennis
Just
was
ball it,
bowled
Willie.
by Daryl Cyrus. Has brought Devon to the crease, and Devon is still there. This time he picks him up, and it has traveled all the way down to the Dream 11 advertising board. One bounce, 4 into the boundary. Devon Smith picking it up really nicely, was hoping for a maximum, but just inside.
Yeah, good shot, good straight hit by Smith. Again, the plans of the Saffron strikers are just to get him a bit frustrated in terms of getting it wide outside. They have him in chase, but the bowler airing there, coming a little straight, and Devon Smith has that ability to hit the ball straight and hit it really powerfully. Welcome runs for him.
Well, Ryan John has been brought into the attack now. He's going to be coming from the Darbo end. Devon Smith has ended the over. The previous over there from Raishon Williams with a powerful blow down the ground for 4. And the Bayleaf Blasters are 67 for 2. Devon Smith just getting off the mark with that boundary. He's on 4. Heron Campbell, who started the innings, is there on 20. The 2 batsmen down. Weevil Benjamin caught Matthew of the bowling of Delaney Alexander for 27. And Dennis Smith bowled Cyrus for 14. Ryan John, fast medium. He was a lot faster in his day. Had to drop a few pounds and get himself sorted out and found himself back in the Windward squad. And he's dispatched down the ground by looks like Campbell. And just the one coming off of it. And that brings the left-handed Devon Smith into the action.
Yeah, again, they want to make sure that their plans are clear. At Smith, I think everybody knows the ability of Devon Smith, especially when it comes to cutting and pulling. So you're not going to see much short deliveries. If you look at the field, he's asking him to hit straight more or less.
Breaking.
So still some adjustments in the field there. Had to abort his run-up. It's always difficult when a fast bowler gets into rhythm. This was smacked down the ground. Just the one. Powerfully struck by Devon Smith.
Again, the Saffron strikers working really hard to try and restrict run scoring for Devon Smith. Campbell is still there. He has been there from the start. A lot will depend on these two to really push the score on.
Full ball. He should have really done more than that with it. It could have gone anywhere. And could have gotten it over the infield on the offside. One bounce, maybe 4.
Yeah, I quite agree with you. I think he opened the face of the bat instead of trying to pull it. maybe open the face and get it over the square region, maybe back of the square thereabout, gives him runs.
Devon Smith showing some signs of frustration, really. At this stage of the game, at this stage in his career, he's a lot better than that, Devon Smith.
Yeah, well, the game of T10 has always have you on edge. Everything you do has to be fast-paced, quick thinking, quick shots, quick boundaries. Can be frustrating.
This time he makes some good connection. Can't pierce the field to the boundary, just one. They've got some protection outside there in mid-off for Devon Smith.
Again, really outstanding bowling by John, asking Smith to hit through the offside. Most batsmen, they tend to try to tug the ball.
That's a full toss. And again, picked toward the fielder. Could have gone anywhere, but to pick toward the fielder down on mid-wicket. And that's the end of the over. The end of the first Ryan John over only went for 5 runs, picking up some singles low down, deep in the ground, but just some singles, and Ryan John wouldn't mind that. He's bowled a pretty good over. He has kept it tight. 5 coming from his over. The Bayleaf Blasters are 72 for 2, and we're getting ready to start over number 9.
Yeah, quick discussion by the batting pair. I think they clearly see the need to really pick up the scoring rate. They haven't really gone maybe as they expected. Looking at the scoring rate at 9 and over, that would just give them maybe an even 100. But if they can just get a couple maximum, get a couple cracking fours in, the scoreboard could look a lot more in their favor.
Well, this ground has shown us that anything above 80 and closer to 100 has been proven to be a challenge to defend. So Devon Smith would fancy his chances with these Saffron strikers. He's gone with it. That one has gone a mile. That one has traveled, and it's over the boundary, a power aid maximum. He picked it up really cleanly. You could hear it coming off the middle of the bat, and Heron Campbell really generated some pace and power there.
Yeah, really good strike by Campbell. You have a bad ball and you have to put it away, and put it away well. You cannot let deliveries like these go by. So definitely him doing the right thing, clearing the ropes and clearing it handsomely. St. Paul will want to make sure that he steadies himself. I think the bowlers have done well so far, and you do not want to let up the pressure.
Javis St. Paul, so working from the River Road end. He is he's gone again with him. He's gone again with him. And another maximum. This one was low. This one flew very low. And boy, did it travel.
Yeah, really tough shot there by Campbell. Again, once Campbell is out there, he can hit the straight ball. St. Paul going up into his half, I think that is not really what the plans would be. If he's going to go up there, he needs to go wider. Outside of that would be meat and drink for Heron Campbell.
Well, he's got an economy rate of closer to 10, just over 9.5, and those 2 massive blows will not help it. He's gone again. This time he was trying to go down to the boundary back with a square, but just one could have seen him just disappointed there. Maybe just into it a little too early, or maybe a little too late. Either left or right of the field would have yielded 4.
Yeah, I think he went a little too hard at the delivery. Instead of looking to really make sure that he placed it well, he went for power. And right there, the power just causing the bat swing to be a little earlier than really it should have been.
really is doing some thinking, this Javel St. Paul. He's been pretty expensive at times, but when he does pick up a spot and starts to get wickets, he does get them in bundles. Mistimed. You know, Devon Smith is very strong on the offside, the square of the wicket particularly. He's extraordinary there.
Yeah, he really hits it well. St. Paul doing well by just taking his center of gravity a little bit away from him, so he doesn't really have that solid base where he can really swing that bat and swing it freely. So good ploy, good tactic.
Ah, he's bowled him. He's bowled him. That's the end of that. Heron Campbell goes. He's bowled by Javel St. Paul for 36.
Yeah, good comeback by St. Paul after taking that bit of beating from Campbell. To respond like this, Jason, is really outstanding. A ball that just moved in slightly but was not there for the pull, and he went across the line of it, and he was bowled comprehensively.
Clearly, he was never to the pitch of it. I mean, he was way off from it. A lot of daylight there between bat and pad, and his head was high in the air, looking to probably send it outside of the park over the roof of the stadium, and it only managed to crash into the stumps, and everything else was in disarray. So Heron Campbell goes bowled by Javel St. Paul for 36, and Nyron Belfon come out to join Devon Smith. Devon Smith on 7. A very slow start from Devon Smith. He's faced 9 deliveries for his 7. Was really trying to belt a few from outside the off stump, but couldn't make connection. He needs to settle down, this Devon Smith guy. This time he's playing it just up onto the offside. That's Nyron Belfon. He gets a single. And that's the end of it. That's the end of that over. 15 coming off of it from Javel St. Paul. His first over, but more importantly, picking up 1 wicket. The wicket of the in-form, hard-hitting Heron Campbell. Going for 36, bowled by Javel St. Paul. And at the end of 9, the Bayleaf Blasters, with 1 over remaining, they're 87 for 3.
87 for 3. I think the Saffron Strikers, with John having the ball in his hand, will expect to restrict the Bayleaf Blasters to under 100. Let's see how they go. It will most likely be very important for them to keep Belfon on strike and not allow Devon Smith to get much of the strike. So this is a very critical over here being bowled by John.
Belfon looking to maybe play through the offside, but it was a slower delivery and just ended up thugging it through the onside. He was into the shot long before. It has brought Devon Smith on strike. Devon Smith, who is there on 7, has faced 9 deliveries. He's been there for over 15 minutes already. This time Devon Smith making really good connections. Square of the wicket, not a man move. Straight out to extra cover, everyone else being a spectator. And he really drove it sweetly, timed it expertly, and dissected the field on the offside. That's a brilliant shot by Devon Smith.
Yeah, a really brilliant shot. Oh, again, opening the face just at the right time. And instead of trying to tug the ball now, you can see him using the angle created by the bowler and just caressing that one. Not really trying to overhit it, but just caressed it. It sped across the turf. Welcome boundary for Smith.
Thinking to maybe go there again, but gladly will settle for the wide by the umpire.
Yeah, again, John just looking to pull his center of gravity away from him, hoping that maybe he would chase a wide one.
He's been very disciplined to this point, not going after everything that's wide outside the off stump. This time he drives it straight down the ground. Just the one. They come back for two. Devon Smith is really quick between the wickets, and both him and Nyron Belfont picking up 2 runs. So it was firmly driven, well fielded. The fielder got it in really quick time. The release was brilliant, but it couldn't prevent the 2 runs. These two were electric.
Yeah, I think the pace of that ball coming down there, the fielder had to make sure he got everything behind it. You do not want it to give away 4 runs, and so you make sure. But that time it took, Smith was so quick that he's back for 2.
Surely he's going to be penalized again, of course. So Ryan John hiding a little bit now, you might think.
Yeah, well, just ensuring that you get that ball away from him. You see what happens when it gets close to him. He is able to hit it and hit it very powerfully. So he wants to be just wide of that line, just inside the line as much as possible.
Devon Smith drives him straight down the ground. Some really hard work here, and he helps it over the field. Did a whole lot to really come around. He was really coming lightning speed, the fielder down in the deep, but it didn't prevent the ball from going over the boundary. And that's a brilliant stroke by Devon Smith. And some unfortunate work there down in the deep. That looks like Delaney Alexander really could not have prevented the 4 runs. Sort of helped it, actually.
Yeah, he did. He did really outstandingly there. But again, the placement of that one, I think Alexander had too much ground to cover to really get to it. The only option he had was to maybe try and get it a throw or kick into Cyrus.
He's gone again, same direction, Devon Smith. This time straight down to the fielder. Surely he's shot. Surely Nyron Belfont will be gone. Yes, he continues to run straight out. He is coming. And the Bayleaf Blasters has gotten to an even 100 for 3 with just two deliveries remaining in the innings. So good motoring along by Devon Smith. He struck it really cleanly and firmly. And you notice there was a change in the field there because Daryl Cyrus, the captain, moved across to long off to give a rest to, it looks like, a Delaney Alexander. So Delaney Alexander was really working hard for the last few deliveries, and a well-deserved rest, and it yielded a good wicket. Driving again, Devon Smith. It's 1. They're coming back for the 2nd. They're looking to get Devon Smith out. Yes, they've got him. He was really going for 2, and he had no other choice really than to go for 2, try to induce an error, and the captain, Daryl Cyrus, fresh legs in that department now, picked up the wicket with a good return. A lot of good work down in the deep there because Daryl Cyrus had some thinking to do to give Alexander a rest. Alexander was overworked. Really, Devon Smith milking him and putting him under real pressure, and the final delivery of the innings was really coming back, pushing for 2, and it was never a chance. Devon Smith was found really short, and the Bayleaf Blasters getting to 100 for 5. 100 for 5 after 10, and the Bayleaf Blasters would be contented with that. Would have loved to have gotten some more, but 102 for 5, comfortable total for them, you think?
Yeah, as we said, once you get over a score over 100, it puts you in a good position. And so having crossed the 100 mark will be a motivation for the Bayleaf Blasters. It goes down to execution from here in order to defend, as we say.
Well, let's look at the batting card quickly. Wavell Benjamin, he was caught Matthew, bowled by Alexander for 27. Heron Campbell was bowled by St. Paul for 36. He was really good, very uncharacteristic of him, taking 23 balls to get to his 36. He's a hard-hitting batsman. He does a whole lot more damage than that. Dennis Smith was bowled by Cyrus for 14. Devon Smith was run out by Cyrus for 19, really pushing hard for a second after the last ball of the innings. Nyron Belfont was run out by Cyrus again, so Cyrus being active in 3 of the wickets going down. Bowl Dennis Smith, and he was there in the run-out for Devon Smith and Nyron Belfont, who went for 2, and Shaban Noel not, Kelshon Andrew not. With extras heading to 4, or settling at 4, I should say, the Bayleaf Blasters were able to get to 102 for 5. That's it, and let's look at the bowling quickly. Kem Charles, no wickets. Kem Charles going for 12 off just 1 over. He opened the bowling, really tried to rush it onto the batsman, trying to be deceptive but didn't make it at all. Delaney Alexander, 1 wicket for 23 runs from his 2. Darryl Cyrus, the captain, going for 20 off his 2 overs, just picking up the 1 wicket. And no wickets for Ryshawn Williams and Ryan John. And Javel St. Paul going for 15 off his overs. So the bowlers in the wickets column, Delaney Alexander, Darryl Cyrus and Javel St. Paul picking up 1 wicket apiece. And then the 2 runouts, both credited to Darryl Cyrus. And that's the story at the National Stadium after the end of the Bayleaf Blasters innings. They got to 102 for 5. The Saffron Strikers will try to get to 103 in 10 overs.
Yeah, 102 for the Bayleaf Blasters. Again, we're saying that they should be comfortable with that. Would have loved to get some more, I think. But as we say, runs on the board. It will take some getting. It will take some smart, sensible cricket. Maybe the use of the openers will be key in terms of utilizing the power play. Let's see how they go.
All right, well, we will come back for the chase because the Bayleaf Blasters would want to defend this 102. The Saffron Strikers would love to eclipse it. The winner of this encounter will meet the Nutmeg Warriors in tomorrow's finals. So a whole lot at stake here. Join us in just about 5 minutes when we come back for the chase. The Bayleaf Blasters defending 102. The Saffron Strikers looking for 103 for victory. Well, if there was ever a tense moment in this competition, this is it. What's at stake? A place in the finals to meet the sitting, waiting patiently Nutmeg Warriors, Andre Fletcher and the Nutmeg Warriors, who would have punched their ticket to the finals yesterday, and they sit and they await the winner of this encounter. The Bayleaf Blasters able to get to 102, one of the better batting performances we've seen from them so far in the tournament. If they clicked, well, then they clicked in the right time. The Saffron Strikers, who've been really playing good cricket on a roll, and they've been really clicking, coming, gelling together. Today will be the day they need to have their best performance if they want to get into the finals. At the wicket, the two openers, Gian Benjamin. It looks Gian Benjamin, the wicketkeeper batsman. And is it Darryl Cyrus that's opening with him? We'll get to see the numbers quickly. It has not yet popped up on our monitors, but we know for sure the bowling has started, and they're off and running. And the first runs on the board for the Saffron Strikers. The Saffron Strikers really would need to push on at a rate here, a motoring rate, a turbocharged rate, really. Alvin Ramnath starting the bowling for the Bayleaf Blasters from the commentator's end. He's wearing number 18. Stephen Nettram on 1. And Gian Benjamin, he's on strike now. He's informed Gian Benjamin. He really wants to just stick to his style of batting, not to be too lavish, but he's really good at just working the ball into the spaces and picking up runs. He would love to do that this afternoon. A space in the finals is at stake. Carved it into the onside. Can't beat the inner ring, but he middles the ball really nicely, this young wicketkeeper batsman.
Yeah, really good, talented player, really.
He's picked it up quickly. He's got into position, and Gian Benjamin explodes for a maximum. There's a ball wide down the leg side, and he's very nimble. Gian Benjamin was able to get into position and gave it everything, the hammer on the handle.
Yeah, again, a bad delivery, badly lined delivery there. You want to make sure at this stage, you keep the pressure on, you keep it as tight as possible. Again, maybe just a little bit of pressure, a little bit of nerves. He wants to hold that nerve.
Benjamin again, he's out there on a mission. He's picked up 10 runs already. This time a cracking 4 down to mid-on, the mid-on boundary. And the fielder there who is up, no chance for him.
Again, tell you what, that's one of the taller fielders, the Bayleaf Blasters, and Gian was really lucky to get it over his head. Maybe the power of the shot really is what carried it, but had he not gotten that connection, I think it might have just gone down the throat of the fielder. So really, really good shot by Benjamin.
Again, this time you can't beat Belfon. Belfon is there at mid-on. Would have probably wanted to use the opportunity to play it a little straighter. There's more vacant space outside there if he does in fact go straighter. Anxious moments there. It will win the race, does it? Just nearly. And some really good work down at the deep, sprinting, fighting hard work down the deep, and just picking up the extra one. So the Saffron Strikers at the end of 1 of 14 without loss. Gian Benjamin on 11 and Stephen Nettram on 3.
Yeah, positive start there by the Saffron Strikers again. The both teams having a good start, a good first over. What is important is that the pressure of the over not be released, and you saw that short wide ball taken advantage of by Benjamin. I think the Bayleaf Blasters, they will want to keep the pressure on. The scoreboard has already placed pressure on on these Saffron strikers, and so they want to continue to build that pressure. Benjamin will look to release the pressure because he's that type of batsman.
Well, Shabba Noel has been brought into the attack now for the Bayleaf Blasters. The Bayleaf Blasters would really need Shabba Noel. He's been having a really rough past 2 days with the bat and the ball, Shabba Noel, but he's a really good cricketer. He's been going through some personal stuff which we mentioned, and he has found the courage and the tenacity to come out here and fight with his team, and his team surely appreciating it. He has a lot to contribute. He's found the length immediately, and he's found a line that just moving away from the left-handed Gian Benjamin.
Yeah, again, good movement from Noel. Today is the day that he may want to, maybe redeem himself and really come back strongly.
And there's no other day than today. If it's not done today, it's not going to be done at all. This time he's placed it straight into the hands of mid-wicket Gian Benjamin. Gian Benjamin has placed it straight into the hands of mid-wicket, and he perishes. So Gian Benjamin goes for 11. He's caught at mid-wicket by Heron Campbell. Campbell making absolutely no mistake about it. It was mistimed, really. I think this one kind of rushed onto him, and he didn't get it firmly. And Gian Benjamin goes. The Saffron Strikers, their first wicket down. 14 for 1.
Yeah, again, important strike by Shabba Noel. Again, just saying today might be his day, and he has struck. So it means that he seemed to be up for the challenge. But again, Benjamin really wanted to play that one a little more uppishly. He tried to roll the wrist and get it down, but has just succeeded in hitting it straight to Campbell. Over Campbell head would have been runs for him. Hard luck to him. Let's see how they would respond from here. Pressure is on.
Shabba Noel came into the tournament with 9 wickets in this form of the game. He had some good bowling figures of 3 for 15 and an economy rate of just over 9.5. So he has the capability to really pick up wickets if he falls on a line, this Shabba Noel.
Yeah, and this is what the Saffron Strikers will not want to afford him the chance or the opportunity to get wickets. We've seen that the Bayleaf Blasters, their opening stand went all the way to the 3rd over. And so it's important to keep the wickets in hand so that you have that little platform to launch off from.
He has 9 wickets already in the tournament. Shabba Noel. He's inside the top 10. The bowlers not threatening Larry Edward, who's at the top with 11 wickets already, or just maybe he might. So climbed into him, and good comeback day from Shabba Noel. And today is the day when he would really want to show that he can come back. So today is his comeback day. Half the over gone. And just the 1 run. But more importantly, picking up just 1 wicket. Yesterday he was punished. And the day before he was pillaged and plundered. It's a good shot, dissecting the field with surgical precision, and it will roll all the way out to the boundary for 4. That's a power 8, cracking 4 in every sense of the word. Good shot by Stephen Nettram.
Yeah, again, well placed. Placement was really, really important, and not trying to overhit that one, but just ensuring that he got it through the gap. And once you get it past the ring of fielders there is no one out on the boundary, and a good result for him.
The shot is catch, no need for that. It can't be caught. It's over the infield and requiring some additional skillful work down there in the deep. And just 1. Did they cross for the second? It ballooned. It spent a while up there actually. So he did in fact get 2 for it. So Stephen Nettram moves on to 9.
Well, really bowling well, Jason.
His leg before, he's given him. Today is the day Shaba Noel redeems himself. He's already picked up 2 wickets in the over, and that's a brilliant start for Shaba Noel. Now picking up the wicket of Stephen Nettram. You can hear him really being elated on the field there. There's a lot of emotion in his voice today because he really has been going through a lot for the last 2 days, and today is the day he has started the redemption. So Shaba Noel picking up 2 wickets and going for 7 runs in his first over. The Saffron Strikers are 21 for 2 after 2.
Again, really, really good over there by Noel. And Noel seemed to be up for the challenge. I think he knows what is at stake. He really wants to get his team back into the finals this year again. And has really started well and is looking to continue to put the pressure. Looking at the stages as we go along. Again, really important. 21 Bayleaf Blasters after 2. 21 Saffron Strikers. The difference is 2 wickets.
So they're really up against it here, these Saffron Strikers. And the Bayleaf Blasters, they say, never count out the heart of a champion. And the defending champions, the Bayleaf Blasters, just maybe they know when to turn it on. And if they're going to want to turn it on, they better turn it on today. What's at stake is a spot in the finals. The Nutmeg Warriors are there, sitting, waiting, looking along.
Yeah, Nutmeg Warriors will be looking keenly at these 2 teams. Whichever team they face in the finals, they will be looking on just to make sure that they pick up some of the tactics, pick up, what the batsmen are capable of. And definitely, come tomorrow, it will be a showdown.
Hold on. Water. Take one middle.
So the new batsman to the wicket is Ryan Williams. And Ryan Williams will join. No, Ryan John actually is the new batsman. Ryan Williams is there on 1. And Ryan John, who we know can really belt it around the park, he would need to bring his best. The Saffron Strikers would need him to really bring his best today. Ryan John. He's had a high score of 36 in the tournament already. That's elegantly played, exquisitely played through the offside. Really, no fielder moving, just the one man who decides he has the job to go and retrieve it. And it was exquisitely played for a power 8 cracking 4.
Yeah, good, beautiful bat swing there by Williams. That ball getting to the pace of that one really nicely and just guiding it through there. Really good, outstanding shot. And once they continue to play shots like these and remain at the wicket, it means that they could get a win.
Shot, boy!
It's gone. It has disappeared. They can't seem to find it.
Yeah, again, look at that connection. Look at that connection. He did everything there right, Jason, and really lofting that one way over the boundary ropes. A big, massive hit there by Williams, and he seems to be in the mode for the Saffron Strikers. Definitely wanting to bring home victory for them. If he could have done it in that ball, Jason, that would have been it for him. But unfortunately, they have quite a bit more to get.
Ryan John is there, still waiting to get in on the action. Ryan Williams has been taking charge expertly so far. He's really looking to get after it, making his intentions absolutely and abundantly clear. This Ryan Williams, he understands the task at hand, needing 103 for victory. The Saffron Strikers are 32 for 2. This one he has made connection. It is coming towards us here at the commentary booth. We've got to take cover there. Ooh, Look at that. It got bigger and bigger as it was heading to us in the commentary booth. And Ryshawn Williams has just told us good afternoon upstairs in the commentary. That's a Powerade cracking maximum.
Again, wonderful. The connection was really good. The fact that he's so close and close enough to get underneath the delivery. He's not stretching. He's not. His balance is in good place and really good, nice straight hitting. With this sort of onslaught, I think all he needs to do is just remain focused, and the game should be over in quick fashion.
Oh, well, he's going to need a whole lot more of that power hitting. Ryshawn Williams, he's been known to be able to give it a good clubber. And Hamilton in for some stick. He's gone with him again. This time it's coming in our direction, but is it going to travel? Yeah, no, it settles somewhere in the field, and it's taken. The wicket is taken, and Ryshawn Williams goes. Ryshawn Williams goes, and look who takes the catch. Shaba Noel. So Shaba Noel, today is his redemption day. Shaba Noel really coming to the party, and with that, the rain seems to be just drizzling a little bit. We've seen some kind of unpredictable weather, so to speak. And Shaba Noel really getting involved in the action. He's been having some bad days, but, well, the sun always comes out to shine tomorrow. Joy it cometh in the morning. And Shaba Noel really having an awesome day, both with in the field and with the ball. So the wicket goes down. Kamal Hamilton really going for some stick in his first over. He's gone for 17, but more importantly, he's picked up the wicket of Ryshawn Williams, who has got to 17. And Shaba Noel taking the catch out there in mid-on really came into it and wasn't able to get it all the way. So more power hitting to come because Anil Matthew now joins Ryan Williams, two fresh batsmen at the crease, neither of them facing a delivery because Ryan John was outside there, but he was merely a spectator after Ryshawn Williams was having a go at just about everything. So two new batsmen at the crease. The Saffron Strikers looking for 103, are 38 for 3, and still a further 65 needed with only 44 deliveries to get it.
Yeah, again, the equation.
There's an appeal for caught behind. He's gone. There's an appeal for caught behind. He's gone. And that's it. Wickets are falling. 10 green bottles. Well, this time 10 yellow bottles on the wall. And they keep on falling. So 38 for 4. The Saffron Strikers in some real deep waters here. They've been left outside in the middle of the Atlantic. And they don't have a paddle, nor an oar, nor even a lifeboat. So it seems.
Again, the fact that you lose quick wickets really set you back. The Bayleaf Blasters, they have a sniff. They are feeling it. You could see the confidence in their players. You could see Shaba really having a good day, running around, taking catches. These guys are really up for the fight. They are the defending champions, and they are saying to the Saffron Strikers, if you're going to get past me, you really got to work for it.
Well, they're doing really well. These Bayleaf Blasters, they're doing really well because they are the defending champions, and they've already met these Nutmeg Warriors 3 times already, and really they seem to be on course to meet them for a 4th time, and it would be a showdown of epic portions if that does happen. But in the meantime, these two are locked head-on, the Saffron Strikers and the Bayleaf Blasters. The Saffron Strikers looking for 103. They would need a miracle or two to get it. And if ever there's a time to pray and ask for the introduction of a miracle, this would be it. Just bordering on 20 minutes to 4 in the afternoon in St. George's, Grenada. Good afternoon to our friends in Trinidad and Tobago, viewing us on CCN TV6. Our friends in St. Lucia on Winners TV, and right here in Grenada at the Grenada Broadcasting Network. So we're live on television around the Caribbean, the Spice Isle Dream 11 Tea Tournament, and we're into day number 14 of 15. What's at stake? A spot in the finals. Javel St. Paul has decided to go the aerial route. Here's some danger here. Shaba is settling under it again, but it has eluded him, and it goes into the boundary, crashing into the advertising board, and a power 8 maximum. Ryan John getting in on the action early, or is it Javel St. Paul? Because that was the end of the over. Yes, it was the end of the Kamal Hamilton over. So he went for 23, a 6 off the last delivery, being struck by Javel St. Paul. But he has picked up 2 wickets. This Hamilton, he's picked up Ryshawn Williams for 17, and he's also picked up Anil Matthew, who went without scoring. So the Saffron Strikers, after 3, 44 for 4. We're still inside the power play.
Yeah, 44 for 4, really motoring on the Saffron Strikers. Though they have lost the 2 quick wickets, but the rate at which they got to 44 is really important, because it means that the deficit and the runs per ball equation gets closer and closer together. And so once you get the balls remaining to be more than the runs, it means that you have a pretty steady game, just easy finish. So let's look and see. It means quick wickets, continue to take wickets. They can't stop.
Shaba Noel is punished through the offside. That was a glorious drive. I mean, Ryan John leant into it and gave it just about everything, the hammer and the handle, and it went all the way cracking to cover for 4. That's a brilliant shot.
Yeah, good shot by John. Again, a lot would rest on his shoulders. He wants to make sure that he remains out there. I don't think he will take an unnecessary risk, because a lot will depend on him. He can strike it, and he can still rotate and take up singles.
Well, the equation is very much gettable. Still 55 needed from 41 legal deliveries. Very much gettable. It's not gotten to the impossible stage just yet. If they continue at this rate, we could be heading into the final over for a nail biter, but we're a long way from that. We're still inside the power play. The interesting part of it is that the Saffron Strikers would have lost 4 wickets already. Shaba Noel has been driven again through the offside. The call is 2. Will they get it? Yes, they will, easily. And it was firmly struck. It was heading to the boundary for 4. And some good work out there, being stopped and surely preventing a boundary. And Ryan John being left with little or no choice to go after just about everything. But he has to do that with merit and understanding the nature of the situation. Shaba Noel has picked up 2 wickets. He's inside his 2nd over. He's gone for 13. Shaba Noel picking up the 2 openers. Leg before, Stephen Nettram for 9, and Gian Benjamin caught by Campbell for 11. He's been involved in the dismissal as well of Ryshawn Williams. Again, trying to go through the offside. Ryan John can't pierce the field. Devon Smith is there to cover. He's angled himself just a little straighter this time, Devon Smith.
Yeah, again, Smith understanding the strength of John, and knows John, he's good hitting down the wicket. Anything outside the off stump, he's able to really pounce on it, and so placed himself really well.
Surely he's going to be penalized by the umpire here. Shaba Noel needs to keep his composure. Things are going in his favor. He's got to maintain that momentum. No unnecessary risk. 51 for 4. It's wide. Ryan John has a lot of reach, so he's probably trying to stay as far away from him to maybe induce an edge. There's a man, just a whitish third man, who's short on the periphery of the circle. There's a point. Devon Smith is at cover. There's a man out on the extra cover boundary. There's a man down on the boundary, down at mid-on. He's deep out mid-on, so maybe just long on. It's a straighter, so it could be bordering on long on more than anything else. So there's a packed offside feel for Ryan John. They know he favors that offside. 2 legal deliveries remaining in this over. 52 for 4. It's an edge, an induced edge, but it runs all the way down and into the boundary for 4. So he did find the edge, Shaba Noel.
Yeah, again, a good shot by John. Beaten to an extent. He still opened the face and tried to make sure that he guided that one. And a good result for him, bringing up another 4, another power cracking 4. And once he remains in that mode and playing the way he plays, I think they should get home.
It's very watchful. Very watchful. Ryan John, he's picked up some runs in the over. And that's the end of the power play. And at the end of the power play, the Saffron Strikers, after 4 overs, are 56 for 4. They're in search of 103. And the equation, still very much gettable. 47 needed from 36 deliveries.
Yeah, again, the power play really good for the Saffron Strikers. I think the Bayleaf Blasters, they went at just about 10 runs per over after the power play. So they were like 43 for 1. The Saffron Strikers, they are 56 for 4. The difference being the wickets. But they are clearly ahead at the end of the power play. So a lot would rest on these 2 batsmen now to really make a game of it. We saw how steady the Bayleaf Blasters batted through this period, and so they would need to reciprocate.
All right, well, more pace attack now being brought in for these Bayleaf Blasters, because Nyron Belfon will now come into the attack. He's going to be coming in from the Darbo end. He's going to be heading to Javel St. Paul. Javel St. Paul, who's on 6, and Ryan John has joined him there on 10. And the Saffron Strikers are 56 for 4. And we're getting ready to start over number 5. A really good afternoon here. The cloud cover has come about. You notice that your picture on the screen would have shown it just a little bit dark. And that's because we've gotten some cloud cover to just cool things down a little bit. Today we maxed out to like 31 degrees. And I'm quite sure that the fielders outside there wouldn't mind the shade. They've been basically blistering in the hot sun for most of the afternoon. So this is a welcome shade for them. What would even be more welcome is a wicket for the Bayleaf Blasters, or maybe a maximum for the Saffron Strikers. Oh, it's a no ball there. It slipped out obviously. And Nyron Belfon with a no ball, and that means a free hit. And a free hit for Javel St. Paul. Javel St. Paul can really strike it. And he would really want to make the maximum of this one here. So on the free hit, the batsman could only be out via the run-out route. So a lot in favor here for the batsman. Nyron Belfon has some thinking to do. There's a thick, healthy edge over the wicket keeper, was always safe, and it goes into the boundary for a power 8 cracking 4. He really leant into it, and a thick outside edge ballooned over the wicket keeper. Nothing anyone could have done really.
Yeah, good placement there by St. Paul. The best place to get runs is over the keeper or directly over the bowler's head. And there can't be any fielders directly there. So you're always in for a boundary once you get to there. And he was fortunate enough to get it there. So good result for them. Good result for the Saffron Strikers.
Again, he's fishing and trying to guide it through the vacant slip area and not making any connection. And then probably rethinking that he should have gone mid-wicket with it. The Saffron Strikers are going at just over 14 runs and over. What is required is just under 7.5, so they're well on course. 42 needed from 34. The equation not impossible yet. Again, he's searching. Searching, probably been saved there by a coat of varnish. Searching.
Yeah, again, good bowling by Belfont. Belfont seems to be up for the challenge and really getting the ball to move a bit. I don't know if it's the cloud cover. I don't know if it is that, he's just so pumped that he's getting everything to come out, really well. But something is up. He's doing really well.
What is up is the seam. He's bowling with an upright seam. And being a left-hander, there's some natural movement for him. So again, this time he's sliced and diced, and it has beaten the wicket-keeper as well into the boundary for 4. So 4 byes, but it was a really piercing delivery, and the batsman was clueless. But still, the total has 4 more added to it. It's unfortunate for the bowler, but the batsman wouldn't mind at all.
Yeah, again, unfortunate for Belfont. A slower delivery had St. Paul beaten all ends up. And really, you feel hard done when you see it roll into the boundary.
So, Nyron Belfont beating the edge a couple of times. This time is what we like to call in, or local parlance in cricket, a French cut between the batsman and the stumps. So, fortune favoring the brave. And the Javel St. Paul living on to fight. The Saffron strikers need him to get to the end in search of 103. They're 66 for 4.
Yeah, really top over there by Belfont. Bowling some really good deliveries and making sure that he asks questions of St. Paul. This is the type of bowling that will make the batsman be unsure as to what is coming, because you've seen him mix it. He's chopped and changed. He has done a lot in that over. Only thing missing is a wicket.
You don't want to miss soup. You will never want to miss soup. No point in that.
Well, the excitement continues. The tension continues to build. And Nyron Belfont trying just about anything. He would give anything to buy a wicket here. He's got 1 legal delivery remaining in this over. Watchful Ryan John. And that's the end of the over for Nyron Belfont. He has gone past the edge a few times. And he's only been able to get him off the square for 6 runs. No wickets, but he's been extraordinarily threatening this Nyron Belfont. And the Bayleaf Blasters surely would hand him the ball one more time to do the double, because they need him to hold back these Saffron strikers. They've been motoring at just about 13 runs and over. And that's a cause for concern if you're the Bayleaf Blasters, because what is required is just under 7.5. And they've still got some wickets in hand, and we're just about halfway there. So 5 overs gone, 66 for 4. 5 overs to come, 37 more needed.
Yeah, really evenly poised. Well, I wouldn't say evenly poised because when you look at it after 5, the Saffron strikers really motoring. But you've seen some really good tactics from the Bayleaf Blaster that tells you that they're going to fight, and they're going to fight all the way down to the end. So Rogers with the ball could be threatening, has been threatening, and will continue to be threatening. How he goes here will be very important.
Met.
Dennis Smith behind the wicket for the Bayleaf Blasters. He too has been extraordinarily vociferous. Richard Rogers, who has been pushed down to the 2nd position on the wickets column. He would want to use the opportunity to get right back up on top now. And he's belted. This one will travel. It goes all the way. That's a maximum. Javel St. Paul picked it up and leant into it, and it disappeared up between the chairs.
Yeah, we've seen St. Paul in this tournament really come in as a game finisher, really hits the ball cleanly out the park. And once he gets that willow down and underneath that delivery, he always looks to hoist it, and it goes, it really travels, and so he's been known once he's out there, he's a threat to any bowling lineup.
This time he's more watchful and delicately played into the offside, square on the wicket. There's a man at point who does the tidying work, doesn't prevent the single, and they've already gotten to their required rate, which is just about 7 in the over. Anything here is considered a bonus. Ryan John, it's going to be difficult for him to contain himself, but Richard Rogers is always a threatening bowler. He wants to be extremely careful here, Ryan John.
Yeah, there's no need for risk. You have open spaces. I think they know Ryan to be a hard hitter, a good sweeper of the ball. So you see the man at backward point, out on the boundary, backward square. Sorry.
It's a well played, whipped away. The call is comfort 2. They're going to get it comfortably. They're going to get it comfortably. Yeah. Fielders holding the ball in the deep. That's a chance you're taking, because with quick batsmen between the wickets, a third one could come on the return. It's well played and a good single, good cricket by these Saffron strikers. They're still making a match of it. 28 needed, 27 from 26, sorry. 27 needed, 26 deliveries.
Yeah, it takes just sensible cricket, knocking it around. The equation has really tapered out to something manageable, something controllable. There's no need for risk. Just simple cricket.
Oh, it's beaten him. It's a good bowling from Rogers. He's always more devastating to the left-handers. Richard Rogers. He's bowled pretty well in this tournament. He's bowled him. He's bowled him. Richard Rogers has struck for the Bayleaf Blasters. Javel St. Paul is gone. He's bowled by Richard Rogers for 18. And the Saffron strikers, they're facing it now. 76 for 5. It's not impossible. It's still gettable. But the wickets going down is a cause for concern for them. 27 runs needed, 24 deliveries to get there. The Saffron strikers are 76 for 5.
Yeah, really not out of it as yet. The equation really good in favor of the Saffron strikers. Again, St. Paul looking to really hog that one. That's the way he plays. I think he understands that there are batsmen in the lineup to come, and they can bring the game home. If he gets off, he brings the total a lot closer to the victory target. So definitely playing his game. Now a lot depends on John and Cyrus in terms of leading the Saffron strikers to what could possibly be their ticket to the finals.
Oh, the new batsman coming in now is Darryl Cyrus, the captain. Yeah, and Darryl Cyrus, the captain, he wants to make sure that he really marshals his troops. His troops will need it now more than ever, as you said. Ryan John. Hard-hitting Ryan John is there. And the Nyron Belfon will continue. Watchful. Darryl Cyrus understanding the nature of the situation. Understanding what is before him. Everything must be played into context. The tension is mounting. You can cut it with a knife outside there. Everyone's on their toes.
Bayleaf Blasters really wanting to make sure that they just get everything in the right order. The field is really meticulously set. Belfon looking to bowl to his field and bowl to the plan that the skipper has given him.
This time he's gotten onto it. Not as cleanly as he would want. The call is 2, and they do get it comfortably. So again, they're chipping away at this total. They require just around 7 and over. They've picked up 2 already. And the 2 deliveries bowled. So 1s and 2s can do it.
ones and twos clearly can do it. They just need to be sensible, put away the bad ones. But when the good ones come, you know, you try to just milk it around for ones and twos.
A bit of indecision there, but all's well that ends well. Eventually, they got the single. So another one. Nyron Belfont halfway through his second over. He's gone for 3 already.
And the tension really on outside there. Everybody seemed to be on edge. Guys would look to get into each other's air and really, you know, psych them out.
As well played. Straight to point. They still get the single. Good positive running. Good communication. The Bayleaf Blasters really trying to tighten the screws. Devon Smith has done some work in trying to bring in the field. He's got 2 or 3 inside the circle. And there's a man on the edge of the circle. Third man. Devon Smith is at cover. There's a man on the edge of the circle at square leg. And there's a third man, a fine leg. Not very fine, squarish maybe. It's well played. Well defended, full face of the bat. Good defense from Ryan John. He's showing his versatility. He can belt it around and he can also be elegant in his stroke play.
Yeah, really good batsman, a good player of the white ball with red ball. He plays really good cricket. He may not have had the sort of scores and wickets and so on that he may need to really show how good he is. But when you see him, you see a good talent.
This time he struck it straight back past the bowler. There's a contest on here. Will it beat the field? Of course it beats the field. Shaba Noel really couldn't hold on to it. It went straight through him and it crashed into the boundary for 4. So straight down to long on for 4 and a power 8 cracking 4. It was well played. And it's a good shot there. Daryl Cyrus. It's well played. Looks like Ryan John. Ryan John actually. Well played. Ryan John moves on to 20. Daryl Cyrus is on 1. And some untidy work down in the deep there from Shaba Noel. Saffron strikers are 85 for 5. 84 for 5. 19 needed. 18 deliveries to go.
Yeah, it's 19, 18, nothing really there. Ones and twos can't do it. So much to play for, but you know the guys really they're out here to prove their point, and really the ones that could hold enough will win.
Some field placing adjustments. Richard Rogers will continue from the River Road end. Anxious moments there. Anxious moments there. We're going to have a whole lot more of those. Just pushing him back. He's just sliding. No need to go back. It was there perfect for you to come forward and stay forward. Daryl Cyrus coming back when he really wasn't supposed to. Just almost found himself the drift. Ken.
Come boys, like this, sir. Some white clothes. Some white clothes I give him now. Must pelt a swipe now. Must pelt a swipe now. Pelt it now.
He's beaten the outside edge, Richard Rogers.
School him now.
He's reeled in these Saffron strikers. He's applied the brakes on them. They can't get it off, can't even make connection. Daryl Cyrus, he's been placed in a blender. Again, he's batting with a donut, isn't he?
Yeah, the pressure is really on Cyrus out there.
Daryl Cyrus, he's batting with a donut.
Alright, nice, good see. Easy, easy.
Just one. There's one coming off the over so far. 18 needed, 13 deliveries to get them. Richard Rogers was really threatening in that over, especially to Cyrus.
Hey, Rogers! Rogers, well done, Rogers. Well done.
So that's the end of the over. And a really good over there from Richard Richard Rogers. So Saffron strikers really starting to feel the pressure now. I'm sure they will get a message of some sort from the dressing room. But, the partnership so far has yielded 9 runs. Ryan John doing the bulk of the scoring. Saffron strikers are 85 for 5.
85 for 5 representing, a really good position. They need just a further 18 from 12 deliveries. At the very same stage, the Bayleaf Blasters, they were 72 for 2. So clearly they're ahead. The tactics going into these 2 overs will be very important. How much they can get in this over and then to complete the innings will be very important. It will go down to the wire.
And bowler coming in now is Alvin Ramnath. He's bowled 1 over already. Ramnath. His first over going for 14. This is the 9th over, the penultimate over. That's a load appeal he's given him. Good work behind the stumps by Dennis Smith. And Alvin Ramnath pushing it wide of the right-hander, who really had a go at it. And it's gone. That's the end of it. Dennis Smith doing some really tidy work behind the stumps. He's gone. And the Saffron strikers are now 85 for 6. And they've called in. They've got 2 or 3 batsmen padded up. That, of course, will depend on the situation. So it seems as though now they will call in Kem Charles. Kem Charles, who come to the wicket to try and bring this home. Kem Charles has been getting an airful there. He's getting an airful from, that looks like a Wavell Benjamin. Wavell Benjamin is in his air. He's almost like peroxide.
Very much so. I think everyone just looking to psych out each other, who can really hold the nerve, and that tells you a lot. If the guys are able to hold their nerve, it means that you are at that level where you can absorb pressure.
Well, let's see how this one will play out. They still need 18, 11 deliveries. It's still gettable. It's not far off. Still gettable. Alvin Ramnath will continue. Still very gettable. 18 from 11. They will get runs here. 1 is a call. Shabanuel does the work down on the boundary. They pick up an easy 2. And 2s can do it. 2s can do it.
Yes, Jason, 2s definitely can do it. But it also takes sensible cricket, sensible hitting.
Kem Charles again down the ground. The call is 1. They're going to get 2 misfield by Shabanuel. They're going to get 2 surely. And he's disappointed with himself. Shabanuel was trying to concentrate on firing in the return a little too quickly and misfielded it there. And easing the pressure just a little bit. 14 from 9.
Yeah, again, good striking by Charles, hitting it nice and straight.
This time he struck it cleanly. Will it beat the fielder? No, just the one. They're going to settle for one. So, good rotation of the strike in this over.
Yeah, good sensible cricket.
Yeah, very good cricket. The Saffron strikers understanding the context in which they are placed now. Calling in Kem Charles into the strike. Holding back someone else. 13 needed from 8 deliveries. Surely he's going to pick up this one. Just the one. Good field placings by Devon Smith. He's marshaled his troops to perfection almost.
Yeah, he has done really well understanding the batsmen that are out there. Knows John and his strength in terms of hitting straight down the ground.
This one is straight back. There's some traveling to do. Shaba is running towards it, but just the one. And there's the one. Just the one. That's the end of the over. 12 runs needed. 11 runs needed, sorry. 6 deliveries. The final over. What's at stake? A spot in the finals. Because the Nutmeg Warriors are there waiting. The coach for the Bayleaf Blasters, Troy George, must be in a very tense situation now. Surely he's going to try his very best to give as much signals as he can to the team on the field. That's his team, the Bayleaf Blasters, the defending champions. They're trying to get back into the finals to meet the beaten finalists, the Nutmeg Warriors. The Nutmeg Warriors, the beaten finalists last year. They are sitting, waiting patiently. This is the 3rd edition of the Spice Isle T10 tournament. The first edition was won by the Nutmeg Warriors. The second by the Bayleaf Blasters. And, well, the Nutmeg Warriors are sitting in the finals already, waiting for the winner of this encounter. The Bayleaf Blasters or the Saffron Strikers.
Again, Jason, we see the spin dominating. Kelson Andrew is out there, but he has not had a ball.
Take your time.
The spin seemed to be, what is really challenging. Can Hamilton close it off?
Well, he's picked him up. He's gone with him straight down the ground. Is it going to dissect the fielders? It beats one. And really, he should have taken 2 there. But decided against it. He was looking to give it the full handle and the hammer. That's Kem Charles, but really couldn't beat the fielder running around from long on and long off. They were both converging on it. So good fielding there. Ryan John is in the strike now. This time Ryan John is calling for 2. Hamilton has been belted out. They get 2. So they do get 2. And the 2 balls gone. 8 runs needed. 4 more deliveries to go.
Yeah, again, pressure on the fielders. John hitting it in the gap, just making sure that he got down to his end. The throw would always come back to the keeper.
This time he sends Hamilton away. This will travel all the way to 6 runs. That's a powerful hit there from Ryan John. 6 runs. He has changed the dynamics of this game. Now they need only 2 runs from 3 deliveries. That's a belting of a stroke there from Ryan John. 6 runs a maximum.
Yeah, good shot jab by John. Really connecting well. And just looking at the stage that he's in, knowing he backed himself, and definitely
Ryan John has gone with him. The scores are all knotted up now. 102. The scores are all knotted up now. 2 deliveries to go. And a spot in the finals against the Nutmeg Warriors is at stake. What will Devon Smith do? He's bringing in the field now. He's going to have to try and prevent the single. He's going to try to put some pressure on these Saffron strikers. Kem Charles is there on strike. Ryan John is at the non-strikers end. That wouldn't matter now. He's got to get something onto it. He does. He does beat the infield, and that's it. It will roll out to the boundary, down to square leg, and that's the end of it. 4 runs, and the Saffron Strikers are into the finals with a clean strike there from Kem Charles straight through square leg, and he has gone for 4, and that's the end of the Bayleaf Blasters and their campaign of defense. We will have a new champion crowned in 2023, and the Saffron Strikers will go head-to-head with the Nutmeg Warriors in tomorrow's finals.
Well, Rishon, I remember Rishon Williams saying that this is the aim, and again, they've worked hard. They really grew from strength to strength as the tournament progressed, and the result here is just sheer determination, ensuring that they did everything that they needed to do, and a good result for them, good win. They will be really happy to go in. Looking at the matchup, the Saffron Strikers, the Nutmeg Warriors really will be a good contest.
Well, they've been operating on a certain trajectory over the last few days, these Saffron Strikers. They've been really coming into their own and picking up wickets, bowling well in the field, and their batting has clicked, not to perfection just yet, because there's still a couple of batsmen who've really not picked up and found good true form just yet, but they're into the habit of winning now, these Saffron Strikers, and they're going to have a match on their hands when they meet the Nutmeg Warriors in tomorrow's finals.
Yeah, they're going to have a match on their hands. There are some important matchups that will come, into play, and definitely with these matchups, the persons who can really dominate the matchups, they're going to make a difference. Again, we see the spin doing a lot today. Are they going to continue with that ploy tomorrow? You're facing a different opponent. Let's see how it goes, but definitely game on.
All right, well, let's take a quick look at the cards for you. And the batsman for the Saffron Strikers, Ryan John, standing out there with 30. He was 30 not out. He really drove the Saffron Strikers, gave them the impetus they needed, because at one point things were looking kind of shaky when they lost to Stephen Nettram and Gian Benjamin. And Rishon Williams, who was striking the ball really well, looked comfortable, but was caught by Shaban Noel down in the deep for 17, and he was bowled by Kamal Hamilton. Ryan John came in and really stroked it around and faced 19 deliveries, spent just about 45 minutes there, 43 really, and he got to 30 not out, and only 7 dot balls. He struck a massive blow for 6, which almost blinded us here in the commentary booth, and 3 fours, but outside of that, Javel St. Paul was bowled by Rogers for 18. He was looking pretty dangerous as well, striking some 6s, 2 actually. And Kem Charles, who got in and saw it home with Ryan John, 11 off 6 deliveries. And that's the story, really. Gian Benjamin, who looked really good at the top of the innings, really needed to get off. He only got to 11 quickly in the bowling. Let's look at the bowling figures for the Bayleaf Blasters. Alvin Ramnath, who opened the innings, he went for 21 off his 2 overs. Shaban Noel went for 19 off his 2 overs. He picked up 2 wickets, much better bowling than yesterday. Kamal Hamilton, who was really punished all around the ground. He was beaten like a slave in the outfield back in the pre-slavery days. He went for 37, and Nyron Belfon went for 14 off his 2, no wickets. Richard Rogers just picking up the 1 wicket for 11 off his 2. And with the tail of the tape coming down, the Saffron Strikers getting to 106. In search of 103, they got to 106 for 6, winning and securing their spot in a meeting against the Nutmeg Warriors in tomorrow's finals. Kerry is down on the ground. We've got the Power 8 post-match ceremony. And Kerry, you've got it. Take it, it's yours.
Very much, Jason. We are here to recognize some of the outstanding performers in this match. We are going to start with the batsmen to have hit the most 6s or power hitters for this match. It's jointly Heron Campbell and Wivel Benjamin who have both struck 3 6s for the team. The next one. Well done, gentlemen. And we move on to the bowler with the best economy rate in the match. And for this match, it is Rishon Williams. He bowled 2 overs, no maiden, none for 2 overs, no maiden, none for 11, an economy rate of 5.5 in qualifier number 2. Outstanding performance from Marishan Williams. And our player of the match is Ryan John for his innings to lead his team to victory here in qualifier number 2. Finished not out on 30, 3 fours, 1 6. Well done, Ryan John. Ryan, first of all, congratulations on your performances for 3 seasons, and it's finally here an opportunity to enter the big dance.
Yeah, thank you very much for someone. I want to say thanks to God Almighty. I mean, you know, it's never easy. I mean, I'm all just grateful that we're in the finals, and hopefully we can give a good show.
Lost a bit of wickets quite there early in the innings, and I see you took it upon yourself to see through the end. Was that your thinking that you needed to bat right through?
Yes, definitely. I mean, must give credit to the opposition. They bowled really well, but I mean, I backed myself to carry my team over the line, and I did just that. So just grateful for the opportunity.
I'm not sure if you'd have had much time to think about the finals, but it's the first finals that Saffron Strikers will be playing in this tournament's history. You two looking forward to coming up against the Nutmeg Warriors, 3-time finalists and winners of season 1?
Yes, definitely. As I said earlier, it's just to give a good show, give a good account of ourselves, and hopefully we come out victorious at the end.
All right, well, Ryan, congratulations to you guys and all the best.
Thank you very much.
So, Jason, that was the player of the match, Ryan John, and the outstanding performance in this match, all getting set for the grand final tomorrow.
Well, Ryan John would need to do a whole lot of that and then some more tomorrow if he wants to lift the trophy. The Saffron Strikers really fancying their chances against the Nutmeg Warriors. The Nutmeg Warriors, they've been in this position 3 times in a row, so they know all too well the pressure that comes with the finals. But the Saffron Strikers riding on a momentum, and a momentum that could well see them lifting the trophy. It can go any way tomorrow, Clyde Rondell John.
Yeah, it definitely can go anywhere. Again, you're going to be entertained. You're looking at the lineup. You're seeing some good power hitters, some good clean strikers of the ball. Again, some pretty good, decent bowlers. You can, just really anticipate the tension that is going to be out here tomorrow come the finals. These guys, they're going to fight. They're going to, as you rightly said, Nutmeg Warriors, they've been there before. They've won. They've lost. But yet they are here again. First time for the Saffron Strikers in the finals. Will be a lot of pressure. The pressure of the finals alone could be a lot for some persons, but they need to keep their nerve and really, as John said, give a good account of themselves. Do the basics, make sure that they keep their head on, absorb pressure and be able to find good ways to release the pressure. And definitely, whoever can do that, they would be crowned champions come tomorrow, please God.
Well, the showtime tomorrow is 11:45. Join us at 11:45 tomorrow when we get set for all the action right here at the beautiful cricket stadium in St. George's, Grenada, the Spice Isle of the Caribbean. Beautiful Spice Isle, pure Grenada. Join us at around 11:45 tomorrow morning when we get set for the final day of the Spice Isle Dream 11 tournament. A champion will be crowned, a new champion in 2023. The finalists, the champions last year, been knocked out this afternoon. The Saffron Strikers beating the Bayleaf Blasters. So the Saffron Strikers and the Nutmeg Warriors a head-on collision tomorrow, and we're anticipating a showdown. Join us at around 11:45. On behalf of Clyde Rondell John, my name is Jason Skeet. Have yourselves a pleasant evening, and we will see you tomorrow.